Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 135 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. We're going to be looking at a mixed roll of 1981 Lincoln Memorial cents in their mint cellos cut from mint sets. I bought these as an auction off of eBay, and so I have no idea what we're going to find. We're going to take a look at these, look at what the quality of them is, and then we're going to go back in and see if we can find any varieties. So first we're going to be looking to see kind of what the grade and condition of the coins are, and then we're going to look and see if we can find any varieties. Now for the Philadelphias, I did not see anything worth searching for. And for the 1981 Ds, the Denver mints, it looks like there are 4 RPMs that are known and 1 double die. The double die, honestly, it was the least impressive double die I've ever seen before. So it might be a little bit shorter of an episode here as we don't have as much to search through, but welcome everyone. Hope you guys are having a good night. Pretty much we only have one more roll of these later date Lincoln Memorials, and then we're going to jump back in time to the 60s where I have bought a lot more proof rolls of mint cellos, and so we were having really good luck with those. Some of the most expensive rolls of mint cello proofs I've ever bought. But hopefully they'll be worth it. They are all supposed to be freshly cut from mint sets, so we'll have to see what we can find. But this roll here is a mixed roll. This is how I got it. So I'm going to dump these out, and we can search through them. Hopefully there are some lovely coins in them, and then hopefully we will find an RPM or two, because it feels like it has been forever since we found an RPM, because we've mostly been searching through proof coins. One thing I wanted to say was I'm sorry that I've been posting things so close to the beginning of the shows, but one of the reasons that, the main reason I've been not posting things ahead of schedule, it's not because I'm not going to show up, it is because YouTube has been going live on me whenever it pleases. If I start a stream or schedule a stream, YouTube just goes ahead and starts broadcasting live in my studio where I film. And quite a few times, first time it did it, taken a shower and a couple steps, and I would have been banned from YouTube. Second time it streamed, I know 100% that I did not hit go live. I was sleeping. And then the third time, the last time, I was watching a television show in the same room, and that material there, if I hadn't deleted it instantly, I would have gotten a copyright strike. So I am now only scheduling streams right before I'm about to go live, because I've talked to YouTube. They say it can't happen, but there is obviously a way it can happen. And so the only reason I'm telling you guys all this is be careful. Just because we can all have cameras on our computers, I know it's 2020, we all know better. Most of us should have tapes over our little webcams on our laptops. But yes, these, whether it is, whatever it is, you can go live. I've been broadcast on the internet 3 times now without hitting the YouTube go live button, and whatever is going on with it, it's not right. YouTube claims there's no way possible it can happen, but considering I was in the shower once, I was sleeping another time, and I was sitting on my couch enjoying a television show the third time, I know I didn't hit go live. I had scheduled a stream, but it went live before that stream was scheduled. So go figure. The funny thing is, I've looked on YouTube, and I have not heard another story of anyone else having a similar problem. So it really bugs me. I'm able to see like all activity that goes on my computer before and after, and I don't see any funny business going on. I think that it's purely something going on with YouTube and their servers. Something goes on, whether it's like mixed signals. But yeah, I could see my stream getting hijacked and somebody, intercepting the transmission and then broadcasting it somewhere else, but not coming from my stream. But hope you guys are all having good nights. Hopefully we'll find some nice coins in here. So far everything in here, I think I'm trying to pull out the Philadelphias here. Most of these Philadelphias I feel like that we're looking at are around MS63, MS64. There's just quite a few little nicks and stuff on them. Too many I feel like even to do a 65. Most of these are pretty bright. They have a nice red color to them. But just like little bag marks, little things that happened to them at the mint before they were put in here. And maybe one or two of these could have been a 65, but I think that they're 63, 64s. And so if I was sending things in, 1981 P in MS66 condition, it's actually like about a $30 coin once it's been graded. I could probably sell a 1981 P in MS65 condition for maybe like 15 bucks. But yeah, you get up to a MS67 for one of these, it's probably about 100 bucks. And so there are some, if you can get a higher grade coin for these years, they are worth the money. This one's got some nice luster on it. Like the left field looks pretty good. The right field, I feel like there's a couple like little tiny scratchy marks up here. And so you can see, if you guys have been following along like the last about 6 or 7 episodes, we started I think at like 2016 and have been working our way back in time. You'll notice kind of the quality of these just slightly going down. They definitely seem to improve the quality over the years. And so the most recent ones we were looking at, they all looked like MS66s with a couple 65s in them. But also the farther back we go in time, the more these sets have been, moved around, the more they've been looked at, touched. Even inside the little mint cellos, they kind of can get, if you have a whole bunch of these next to each other. Like when I got these shipped, they were just, in that little plastic bag like I showed you inside a bubble wrap envelope. There wasn't even any serious protection going on. And so, a nice big heavy box being put on the package, and they can rub against each other through the mint cellos. All of these, if somebody had like a nice Whitman folder, all these would make a nice addition. They'd all be a nice bright shiny red coin. I'm not seeing any big spots or anything like major going on with the coins, but I'm not seeing real gradable material here yet. Maybe in 50 years. This one looks like it's got quite a few scratches on it. Most of them are probably on the mint cello here. One thing that I wanted to also say is I keep getting questions on my different videos saying like, hey, I have that exact coin. I want to purchase it, or I'm sorry, I want to, how much is it worth? You want to buy mine? Some of it I think is, trolling, scam and stuff from foreign countries, maybe even this country too. I do buy certified PCGS coins. I do occasionally buy bulk lots like this in mint cellos, but mainly I buy certified coins for my business. It's a lot easier to buy and sell them sight unseen over the internet. When you have a coin that's been circulated, a modern coin that's been circulated, unless it has like a serious error on it, for the most part there are still billions of them out there. I buy them in these mint cellos just because the chances of anything happening to them are a lot less than something that's been in somebody's pocket, in someone's wallet, in their purse. Even ones that have been, put into rolls. This one has a nice obverse. A couple little tiny pieces, but, pretty nice smooth fields. Nice strike. This one's got a scratch up here, or a little bag mark. This one looks like it might be like an MS65. I can't tell if there's like a scratch on the rim down at the bottom. Some of the rims on these have looked a little interesting, like they may be pushed against each other. I'd say this is the nicest one we've seen in here. I'm not sure if it could get a 66, but I feel like it could get a 65. It looks like it would be pretty in a holder. It just, for some reason, I don't know if it's the way the light is hitting these rims, but the rims just look a little bit rough here. So it looks like we're up to 5,500 PCGS coin videos now. I'm going to try to get you guys to 10,000 videos within the next year here. It seems like I was able to do about 5,000 videos last year. I'm going to try to ramp things up a little bit. I got the most expensive coin that I've ever purchased. I think I got to list it last night. It was a 1959 goiter Franklin $50 error. It was pretty cool. It was just that little part under Franklin's neck. There's just like kind of like a little, almost looks like a little turkey gobbler hanging out underneath it. But it was also, I think, the first top pop coin that I'd ever gotten. I've had a lot of coins. Welcome, Robert De Chavez. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? A 1991 Maranmi? So I'd say most of these are like an MS64. It's almost like when I look down on the coins, they look bright, but it almost feels like there are some kind of darker areas on these, like the luster isn't completely even here. But we'll get to the Denvers here in just a minute. And hopefully we will find an RPM, because it has been forever since we found an RPM, because we've been looking at so many proofs. And so I believe the next roll that we have is a split 1977 PD. And then I think we have like maybe like 10, 15 rolls of proofs from the 60s. And I think we got a couple rolls of proofs from the 50s. And I may or may not be able to pick up some more before we end up going through those. The market seems to be drying up for a lot of these mint cello years. But as long as I can get them, I've just been enjoying doing them. But a bunch of the proof rolls, it seems like there's a lot more for us to find. And so I've been enjoying going through those, because it seems like every roll almost that we look through, we're finding a double die or 2 double dies or 3 double dies. Which it just seems amazing that there are still that many double dies out there. This one has a really nice obverse. There's like quite a few little just microscopic blemishes on this coin, but really nice on the front here. Take a look at the reverse, see if there's anything. I don't think I've seen any big spots on any of these coins. Just like little tiny marks. There's a little mark here, one up above E pluribus. I feel like I only see 2 larger ones and just a couple little tiny. I know it almost just looks a little scratchy on the front on this field. Like this whole field over here looks excellent. A couple of these look really nice. See if I can separate the rest. Ooh, I see a toned one. I think it is a Denver, so we'll get to that one in just a couple minutes. Hey Stern, welcome. We're doing 1981 P&D. The next episode on Saturday, I believe, will be a 77 P&D. And then I think we have 1961 through 1964 proofs, multiple. I've got a roll and a half of 1958 proof. And so those will be fun to go through. And I've got I think I have about 150 coins in the mail right now. I'm not even sure. I won a bunch of lots that had multiple coins in them, and I haven't even taken the time to count out. But there should be some awesome coins. I got one bulk lot here that it's like a bunch of coins I needed that I didn't have any of for my store. So there'll be a bunch of stuff I've never been able to show you guys. But none of it that I have in front of me here is like awesome. But this one here, this one is not in the roll here. But this 1959 Goiter here, is pretty awesome. There's a little bit of toning. I wouldn't call it attractive. It's not really ugly. It's just but if you ever see a 1959 with this little thing here, and it's a nice looking coin, MS65 FS 402, it's called a Goiter. This here in MS65 is $800 coin. So if you have proof sets with Franklins in them, definitely worth checking out. I definitely encourage it. And I think I saw one, so that one is a top pop. It is one of 9 coins at that grade, with none higher. I think that's probably the reason why it's worth so much more. Yeah, I did see some nice toners on Instagram today. I think that the roll, of 58, I believe I paid, probably with tax, I think I paid about 165 to 170. Somebody put it up as a buy it now, and I just scooped it up the second I saw it. I hadn't seen a roll of proof mint cellos. I don't think I've seen one since March. You know, people do put up like tubed rolls, which I imagine can be just fine, but every single proof roll of mint cello or mint of proof coins, they've always had it seemed like they were all the problem coins that nobody wanted. But I can imagine that somebody could get a roll like I was seeing on CoinTable's last video he uploaded. It was his grandpa just cutting apart proof sets right in front of everyone. And he was just he was taking them all out. He wasn't keeping anything in the mint cello. I think that he said he was working on making a video, and they're just going to go through 100 1964 proof sets and then grade everything out and make a video showing everybody, you know, if you open up 100 random sets and get everything graded, this is what they're going to come back as. But so, like, you know, people just opening up stuff like that, people do just tube coins right out of the mint cellos, you know, so it's totally possible. I mean, it's cheaper than buying them all individually at that price. I'm just any mint celloed proof wheat cent that I can find, I buy. Any graded proof mint cello, or any, I keep saying mint cello, any graded proof wheat cent that I can get, I buy. Let's see. So that was all of the 1981s. We'll take a look at the 1981 Ds here. And so there was a double die for this year, and there are 4 RPMs that I saw. I didn't see anything for the 1981 Philadelphia. Yeah, that's I think what he was saying. I thought he said 1964, but maybe I didn't catch him right. And so, you know, he's got a really good eye. It did make me, I really enjoyed watching his grandfather cut them all up. The only thing that was killing me is watching, he would cut the end of the proof set. Like, you know, he'd cut the sides off and then just dump out like 3-4 coins at a time. And they were like, you know, falling on a nice towel for the first one. But then, like, the second set he would open, he would dump them, and they'd all go clink on top of the other ones. And I was like, oh, There's another mark. There's another mark. It reminded me of who was that? Ken Peavy. He was like trying to like kind of. It was kind of a teaching video of like, this is, you know, an MS65 coin has one mark, and then he'd take a big heavy coin and drop it on the coin. He's like, now it's a 64. He'd pick it up again and knock it against. Now it's a 63. And it's just, you know, tiny little, you know, coins hitting each other and rubbing up against each other, and just like little wears like that. That's all it takes to take a coin down another grade. And so that was kind of hard to watch, but I enjoyed watching it. Then he was just stacking them all up on top of each other. You know, there was a nice little stack of pennies, nice stack of nickels, beautiful looking stacks. But it's like the same time, maybe I'm too careful with my coins. But it's like, I wouldn't, you know, that's one of the reasons I like the mint cellos, is because they give them a little bit of extra protection. I can kind of touch them, and I'm not feeling like I'm touching them. Like, I don't feel like I'm destroying the grade here. And if like I get too close with the microscope, I feel like it's not, the microscope isn't just going to scratch the luster off the front. My fingerprints, the oil, you know, if you've ever looked at your finger underneath the microscope with it up close, your finger just exudes oil. You can just watch. If you hold it up there, you can just watch the oil come out of your fingers. You know, you might wash your hands and think they're clean, but it just keeps coming out. This one here looks pretty nice. Storing your coins where there's light vibrations ruins 67s and up. I can see that. I have like probably like 10-20 rolls of mint cellos on my desk, and like, you know, they're probably exposed to different lights. I should probably really get around to storing them and putting them away in storage. Thanks for the reminder. This one has a really nice obverse. 1981 Ds are also really good in MS67 condition. I mean, I'd almost say, you know, if you got a roll of MS66s and got them bulk graded, you could make your money back and then a little bit. But, you know, one MS67, you know, would probably make the difference in making some money. Like, I purchase, you know, 1980s, 1981s, and 1982s. 1982s especially, I buy those up. If there's a graded 1982 bronze, I will pretty much buy it like above PCGS value, because they always sell. No matter what I pay for them, I just put them up for a margin above that, and they sell. I bought like 30 of them a couple months ago, and I have like 8 now, and the others will probably be gone here soon. The rams turning in the tower. So wait, are you afraid of the computer vibrations damaging the coins, or the coins damaging the computer? Interesting. And so it just, the vibrations just kind of kill the luster after a while? I was not aware of this. I mean, I definitely assumed that, you know, direct sunlight and, you know, sunlight and stuff, it's probably going to heat the coins up, you know, even a little bit, and it's going to like expand and contract, and then it's going to cool and like go back to its normal shape. And I imagine every time it does that, it's slightly damaging the coin. So one of these looked toned. It's in this stack here. Some of these look pretty nice. The first few 1981 Ds here we looked at looked kind of rough. It's like there's a mark up on the right side of the tower, or the memorial. I'm actually used to 1981s having kind of like little purple and blue spots on them. I'm surprised I haven't seen any of those. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like storing things in tubes. Like, I'll store circulated coins, um, but that's why if there is a coin that I want to keep, that's why I flip them. But at the same time, once they're flipped, they can get damaged as well. Like, whatever kind of plastics you put them up against is not very good for the coin. It's like one little scratch down here, otherwise this one looks pretty nice. Me personally, like anything that I actually wanted to keep that was worth money, I'd take the time eventually here and get it graded by PCGS. I feel like all the coins that I've had in holders, except for 1943s, I feel like steel cents in PCGS holders, something happens. I feel like steel does not do very well in there. Well, that's the thing too with binder pages. I feel like when people turn the page, the weight of the coins kind of ends up slapping against each other. I definitely like the binders because I feel like it keeps them nice and organized. It's easy to look at things. I'm always just, it's like that page drops, or like someone's looking at a book of yours and they're just flipping through the pages and they're just not taking the same care that somebody who took the time to put them in the flips. That's kind of more what I worry about with the folders. Hey Blue Sandy, welcome. Good to see you again. Keeping things in order is definitely good. That's part of why this show started, was like going through everything, trying to figure out what I had and trying to figure out how to order it, and now I've just gotten sidetracked. This one's definitely got some stuff on it. I don't know if I just missed that tone one, if it didn't look toned under the light, but definitely one looked like it had some toning on it. Hey Blue Sandy, like I have not sent you out your scavenger hunts. It's probably been like 3 months here. I know that you were searching more. Do you want me to go ahead and make that a priority? Are you still at the same address? I do still have your address. I was just meaning to be able to, talk and make sure that you wanted me to send that out. Because I actually, like, you won 3 scavenger hunts, and you deserve to get what you won. And then I think I also said that I would send in some bonuses as well. So just say yes, and please, I will send that out to you as soon as I can, which will probably be like a day or 2 if you say yes. Oh, the page between, that's a great idea, Sandy. I don't know why I never thought of that. This one looks like, I believe it has a little bit of toning on the reverse. Nice obverse, interesting lines going across it. I saw somebody's listing today on eBay. It was a PCGS coin, and it said cleaned, genuine cleaned in the PCGS slab, and the person was like, not clean, took it out of a mint cello, something that happened at the mint. The coin surface looked exactly like this one, with just the streaks going across it. Okay, awesome. I will be happy to send that. And I will throw some extras in there for your patience and for winning multiple and saving me on the shipping. Thank you and congratulations again. And how have you been doing? Everything good with you? And so this one's got a little bit of toning. It's just kind of like a pale red, kind of like a mint cello kind of tone. Doesn't really show up here super well. And that can't be. I swear there was one more that was like toned on the memorial. Campbell's coins. You're welcome. Congratulations. I'm trying to remember. I know whose it was. I know I bought from the person before, so I recognize the name. I want to say it was the name of the eBayer. I think it was Ellis Coins. They mainly deal, from what I've noticed, they mainly deal kind of more modern high grade coins, like kind of 66 to 68. I think it was Ellis Coins. Oh no, is your mom still in there? Yeah, that's yeah. That was, you said your mom was on the second floor, which is like, she probably went in on the third floor and they moved her down to the second after the fall. That's was my experience there. People would come in there after routine surgery, and then due to the fact that they didn't have proper staffing, when I worked there, I would I was trained to have 1 to 8 patient ratio by the Red Cross. And first day at job after training, you go there and, oh no, this is real world. You got 1 to 16. But then, if the other nurse's aide called in, then you had one. You were, it was you and 32 people. So if you can imagine, getting 32 people dressed in the morning, fed in the morning, and then also assisting the nurse with, medication or like whatever treatment they were doing, bringing people to the bathroom, bringing them water. Patients there would have to wait sometimes over an hour just because you go, you're assisting someone to go to the bathroom and you can't leave them in there. And then someone else is waiting to go to the bathroom, and it's just but basically the place doesn't keep proper staffing, at least when I worked there, to be able to actually accommodate and give the needs to all the patients. And so what it does is it creates situations where patients have to get up to go to the bathroom, have to get up to do something for themselves because they physically can't wait. And a patient shouldn't be made to wait. Yeah, and so, I mean, if you can get her home to your house, there's no reason why she can't come. If you're able to take care of her, there's no reason a family member can't take care of them. They're like, there's no reason. It's only if they're by themselves and don't have someone that's able to take care of them. There's no other reason why I can think of, what they would say, like, oh, they're a fall risk. They're going to get up and hurt them. It's for their own good. It's for their safety. It needs to be somewhere where they're supervised. They're not supervising them there. If you have the ability to get your mom home and can watch her, that would be the best thing. Home where they have someone that loves them, where they can be taken care of. Like, there's, Western medicine for even, it's got some good things, but like human love and touch and all these things, those are going to heal a person faster. It's just the way it is. Yes, she shouldn't have been standing in the shower. You're absolutely right. If you have the ability to get her out of there, get her out of there. Call, I can't remember what the name of it is, like ombudsman. Explain the situation. Like after working in that place, like I promised myself I would never ever allow a family member to be in a hospital alone without somebody there. If you're able to get her out of there, please do. Please do. So the 1981 D, it looked like there was like a minor spread in God We Trust. It did not look very strong at all. I'm just checking out this one. There was one double die. I barely felt like I could see it. If she's in a wheelchair, then she's not a fall risk. Like occupational therapy, she can do at home. Occupational therapy, you know, she can go in for that. What they're trying to do, I mean, I hate saying things like this, but like they make a bank every day someone is there. I mean, when I worked there, it was like 20 years ago. I think they made $4,000 a month for every person. They make a lot of money. It's very, very, very expensive, and they will just, you know, their goal is to make money. It's like I wanna assume that there are some good people there, because when I worked there, there were some good people there, but there are more people that were just clock watchers. And I'd like to think in 20 years that medicine and everything has like advanced greatly here. That E looked doubled. $1,000 a day. Yeah. Yeah, I think the last E looked doubled. This one looks kind of almost like it's been flattened or worn down. Let me look at the last one. Yeah, it did look kind of weird. I guess on this angle here, it looks a little more square. It almost looked like it had a notch on it. Yeah, I don't know if they require any qualifications, but I feel like in California here, you can get a thing like a caregiver's license, and you know, you can be trained in probably only a couple weeks. I mean, I almost think in California you just have to take like an online test. You know, you just basically have to read a thing and like take an online test. It's actually kind of ridiculous. But it's like I don't see why, if you're willing to be able to take care of her, there's no reason for her to still be in there. You know, it's like always, it's that kind of situation that it's like, oh, I'm taking her on a walk. Yeah, I'm just gonna like take her out to the gazebo out front, and we're just gonna, and then get her in the car and go. You know, I don't, you know, talk to someone about that before you do that, please. But that's what I would do. I would get your mom out of there first. If there's no medication or anything that she's needing, she's just needing to like someone to help assist her getting up and down, and you know, like making sure she gets bathed and fed and all that stuff. Get her out of there. Yeah. Like that place scared the heck out of me. Yeah. I don't know how many people. I mean, if you love her, get her out of there. That W looks really thick. I don't see any doubling on it though. I don't know. I saw at least a half dozen people die simply because the nurse didn't have enough time to go check on them. And it's like I knew they were dying and they had paperwork to do and could not be bothered. Sorry if I sound like a grumpy, disgruntled employee, but it's what I would tell anybody. And I know you care about your mom. And see, it's so messed up. So the insurance won't cover medication. Well, I guess one way to look at it is how much is her medication? If it's less than $1,000 a day, it might be worth it. because, and that's, yeah. Sorry, it breaks my heart, the situation you're going through. That is just really hard. It makes me grumpy. It makes me angry for you. um, Maybe this was the one that had some toning. I don't see it on this angle. Yeah, I wish I knew. I mean, it's like I guess like the only other thing I can think is to like get her, and that's the thing. I feel like I only remember one other facility that provides. I mean, I think you have three options in like kind of that area. I feel like the what is that, Calvin Coolidge, the hospital. But it's got to be even more expensive there, and then with COVID going on, that just doesn't seem right. And then there was another one which I can't remember the name of. Almost looks like there's like a little piece of silver nugget in the center of that one. But I think that there was a third place. Yeah, I don't think the other one was any nicer. Man, it's like these places are built to just get people in the doors. It's kind of like I don't know what to call them, like, but like for lack of better words, like kind of like the insane asylums or whatever. People would check themselves in, to get well, and then like the door would just lock behind them, and because they had signed that piece of paper, there was basically like just no way out. But it's like almost like they like keep you there by forcing you, just forcing, oh, you won't be able to get your medications unless you stay here. I mean, I can tell you one thing, for certain. Your mom will be safer at home, with COVID going on. Your mom is safer at home than in that place. Like every time the flu would come through that place, I just remember the cleaning people. They would just take they'd take the sheets off the bed and clean the floors with the sheets. The MRSA was out of hand. People would come in there and they would get the MRSA. There was just like the cleanliness. It's like the way they teach you to like clean rooms and sanitize stuff. It's not the way they practice it there. That is for sure. A patient doesn't get to the toilet and stuff gets on the floor. They just clean it up with the bedding. They can clean up with the bedding, and then it just all goes. That doesn't end up going through the soiled laundry, and then that's how things like MRSA and C. diff and stuff gets passed from room to room. Northampton nursing closed. Manor. I was gonna say Mayor sounds familiar. I don't know anything about those ones. Um, hmm. I would say home. I mean, it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna, you know, but I think you know that too. I don't know what your situation at home is like, but um, like the safest place right now, anyway, with COVID, I don't care like what kind of medications a place can offer. The safest place with COVID going on is at home, with limited contact to the outside world. Yeah, that was definitely sad to hear what happened at the soldier or the is it the VA up in Holyoke? That sounded like it was one of like the first kind of hot spots. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. But that's the thing. Um, the government's been turning their eye on these places forever. It's like the only reason that that place where your mom is at, it was bankrupt. It was going out of business, and the only reason that it is still open, the old CEO took all the company's money and gambled it away in Vegas and bankrupted the company. And then after that, it was going to close down. This one almost looks like it has a notch on that S. The company was going to close, but another company came in and said, hey, if you give us 2 years and you look the other way and you don't hold us to the same accountability, we can turn this place to profitability again, and we will buy it and keep it open. And so the government did just that, and that's the only reason that place is open, is because they were allowed to bend the rules simply to keep the place open, because the government needed that place open. You guys have a 10 o'clock curfew? Yikes. I think California's heading that way. I mean, the numbers here have been going up. I would not say they're bad, like super bad. I think we're getting about maybe like 6 to 8 new cases a day with like 100,000 people, which I think is a lot lower than a lot of the country. So we're pretty lucky here. It seems like less people are coming into town every day since the weather started to get a little colder and a little wetter. I don't know, I did put one aside there just a minute ago just because it looked kind of interesting. So there are 4 RPMs, I'm not seeing any of them. I just wanted to take a look, just because that last one really kind of looked like there was notching on the S. Yeah, it's really scary what's going on in the world. I wasn't sure if I was going to be here on YouTube tonight because it seemed like YouTube went down worldwide today. I still haven't read anything about it, but when I went to search online, because nothing was working on any of the YouTubes, like I couldn't watch YouTube stuff on the news, my YouTube wasn't working. All the channels said we're down, YouTube's broken, and then my videos weren't loading correctly either. But I'm happy to be here tonight. You guys are having record number of cases. I mean, I guess the only good news we've got out there is that supposedly there is a vaccine that's going to come out here. I'm not exactly jumping to take it. But I think it's good that if people have access to it, I think that's a good thing. I think I'm going to try to stay safe and let people, since it seems like the vaccine was really rushed through and didn't go, to all the same standards that things have for a century now. I think I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Yeah, that's what I was seeing, just black screens. The last video I tried to upload tonight, there was problems with it. I was able to make a bunch of videos earlier today, but the last one I tried was not having it right before the show, so I was like, maybe I'm not streaming and I will just go time traveling with Doctor Who. And that's pretty much what I've been doing in my spare time, just jumping in the TARDIS and going for a ride with the Doctor and his companions. I can't remember when I think the show starts in, I think it starts in 63? I can't quite remember, but going all the way back to the original episodes. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely sounds like there's going to be 2 doses for the vaccine. and it's you have to get them like a month or two apart or something. This one's got some interesting, like you can see those like lines really sharp in the center there. I believe that's just machine damage. They're just so deep, it's kind of interesting. Maybe put that one to the side and we'll check it out again. Yeah, I definitely agree. It should go to frontline workers and essential workers and disabled and elderly. It seems like, you know, a lot of the younger people, they shouldn't even be out getting it. They should be like being safe and keeping everyone else from getting it right now. But yeah, you definitely have to prioritize who gets it first. It's kind of an interesting top to that D. Mincello's giving me trouble. Let me move this, see if it gets a little better. Maybe start from this side this time. Which was it, the D? Felt like I was seeing something on a different angle. Who knows, maybe it was the Mincello. Maybe it's just machine damage. Yeah, the top corner of that D, it just looked like it was, you know, kind of doubled, and then I think it's just the way that the light shines on it, maybe. Yeah, it just kind of vanishes. Which, that's why it's good when you're looking at coins and starting to see double. Yep. Well, hopefully, you know, if the vaccine does work and it's safe and effective and they're able to get it to people who are more vulnerable, that'll definitely be good. That'll help bring down a bunch of unnecessary death. And I mean, that would probably make it so it's easier to open things up again too. And I mean, the people on the front lines, like, right now, I could not imagine working in a hospital. Like, I enjoyed working in a hospital, I think. Interesting. This must be the one that looked toned. It's the one that has toning on it. But then when, from far away, the middle of the memorial on this one looks toned. But then it's not. Oh, it says little purple dots I thought we were going to see tonight. And then on the bottom here, there's definitely like a bit of toning. I think there's still quite a bit of prizes. I don't think anybody found another scavenger hunt after you. I feel like everybody gave up. I feel like I was just making too many videos and people kind of lost interest. I've been meaning to do like more of the giveaway ones, just with like the Gleam ones. I just haven't had time. I've like had pretty much non-stop work to do making videos, so I stopped doing that. But yeah, I think that there's still like 4 or 5 scavenger hunt videos up there. I was almost like maybe I should just like do like live giveaway on this show and just be like, you know, gave away the prize on stream because nobody found it. But I guess I could, you know, give you all a heads up if nobody finds them here within the next week or two. I think I'm going to start just giving them away because they're still on my desk here. And they don't need to be collecting dust. But yeah, I need to do some more giveaways because they were fun. I liked them, and hopefully I can start just doing giveaways on the stream here live. Um, I always enjoy watching that on other channels. It's like a couple of these, like I just feel like there's an extra line, but then when you go down the line, if that was like doubling, it's like that 9 would be way too thin. So we've just got a couple left here. Then there was a couple I just put to the side because they looked interesting, and we can take another look at those. It's like sometimes it just takes me like flipping it over and it's like, oh, that was just the way the light hit them. I don't know, I guess my quick answer about your mom, just talk to a professional, ask them what you need to do to get her out of there. If home is an option, get her home right away. Like there doesn't, if she's just there for rehabilitation, she went there for, to get better after getting out discharged from the hospital. They didn't do their job. She should have gotten better. And that's just all there is to it. She should have gotten better, not worse. That's just the bottom line. Like, she does not need, there's millions of people that do rehabilitation for falls at home or in a place with someone that loves them. I definitely, pretty toning inside that one. It's like a little world of toning. We've got blue, red, purple, orange, almost looks like a little green on the side. Cool. It's a little world of its own. But it's like there must be like professional advice. And it seems even more messed up that the insurance companies go along with it and will refuse to give medication. So this one does look a little bit extra thick. I don't know, maybe I'll do it on the side and find out it's just the luster. Yeah, it kind of shrinks down on its side. So I think this was the one, I feel like, was it the S that kind of looked a little bit notched on it? Wow, that E is destroyed. Yeah, it's not right what goes on in places like that. Yeah, you should have been called immediately if there is an accident in there. What's your mom want? Does she want out? I'd say if she wants out, that should be respected. Like it really, really should be. So I think this one looked a little bit thick somewhere on it too. But I don't think it is. So it doesn't look like we found any RPMs tonight. That was the last one of the ones that I wanted to go back through. So the next roll that we will have is a roll of 1977 P&D. And so hopefully we will find some cool ones in that. I haven't looked to see what's in 1977s yet. So hopefully there will be something for us to find. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why they can keep her there. There's none of the care is care that a caregiver couldn't give her. It's only when somebody's like living alone and doesn't have someone to take care of them, that they can say, if she's with it, there's no reason why she can't come home. And the things that she went there to get better, it sounded like those things were better, and then she got hurt there due to their negligence. I mean, I hate to say it, you might need to sue them for negligence to get her out of there, and by suing them for negligence, they won't want all their shady stuff being brought up. And it might give you a leverage point to, if you guys discharge her, we won't sue you. I don't, like lawsuits or anything like that. But I can tell you, shady stuff goes on in that place. And they don't want another government person coming through there anymore. And when the government person is coming, they know and they clean stuff up. Oh no, accredited coins, what's up? I'm just ending here in a minute. We just got through the last coin here. We didn't find any RPMs in here. We didn't find any double dies. There was only one double die to find in the 1981D. It looked like most of these were, I feel like most of them were kind of like MS63 to MS65s. There might have been an MS62 or a 66. But good to see you, accredited coins. I will be back on Saturday. Let's see. I believe this is 1977 P&D, but it almost looks like they might be San Francisco. Let me just check here. It looks like 1977 or wait, that was the Denver. I knew that was the Denver. I thought I was pulling this one out. Okay, yeah, that's the Philadelphia. So I'll have the P&D for Saturday, and then that's going to be the last of these kind of shorter ones, because I know that these ones don't go as long. But then we will be back to proofs with lots and lots and lots of different things to search through. And so hopefully we'll be back to like 2.5 hour long shows here. I don't go to the bank lately, Blue Sandy. I don't even think my bank branch has an open teller. I don't even think they're open to the public. Like, you can call them on the phone and use the ATM, and maybe they have something. I haven't had to go in there. I'm able to deposit checks on the phone. eBay accredited coins has been awesome. The deals are just flowing like crazy. It's becoming a problem for me. I can't slow myself down. I'm just like, oh my god, I've never seen one of those. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that. It's just like better and better stuff just keeps getting dropped down on eBay. I need somebody to just take my computer away from me. Yeah, and that's the thing that's like, I'm used to around December, all the dealers just dumping all their coins, all the stuff that hasn't moved over the year, just, trying to start with a clean slate. Usually December, it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best deal I've seen all year. And then like the next week, oh my gosh, this is the best deal. And then the next week, this is like, stuff just starts to, comes near holidays and everybody's just needs some extra money and is willing to just sell. But that's what it's been like since March, and it's like better, but at the same time the sales keep going up, but like the deals keep getting better. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, no, I need to. Yeah, I'm looking hopefully to have like 4,000 inventory by the end of the year. I've pretty much gone up about like 200-300 every month here. It's just I need to like set a cushion, because the one thing that scares me is that if stuff gets any worse here, I am afraid that the market's gonna fall a little bit. I think it'll go back up, um, but I'll have to catch up with you on Saturday, or you're welcome to message me on Instagram. Um, but yeah, if you haven't been checking out the auctions, please do. I need someone to bid against me, because nobody else is like bidding on anything. It's like when, yeah, I just like I got a like this one here. I got this one here, a 1959 top pop coin. It's my first top pop coin accredited coins. It's a Goiter FS402 MS65. It's one of 9 at the top pop. So if you ever see a 59 with this little fun thing on it, this is an $800 coin. I know I already showed it here once tonight. Yeah, you need to help me buy up some of this stuff, accredited coins, because like I can't buy it all. I just don't have the capital, and it's killing me, because I'm like, I'm never gonna see this again, and then it pops up again, and but um, but yeah, I had never seen this one either. Yeah, this one's like 800. I paid 280 for it. That's what I'm talking about. The auctions are insane right now. But it's like a top pop coin, so it's like I'm gonna try to sell it for value, but that's the most expensive coin I think I've ever bought. But if it sells, it's worth it, and there's only 8 others like it, so I have a feeling that it will go, and now I know what that goiter looks like. Yeah, no, its coins have a really good investment. For me, what I've found, raw coins, they're probably an even better investment than certified coins. You get them for way cheaper, but the problem is selling them sight unseen on the internet. Like if you had a brick and mortar, you could have different people to sell them to in person. But certified coins, there's a much larger market for them online. They sell really, really, really well. That one right there, there was actually the second one. There was one that ended 2 hours ago. Same grade, same one of 9. They were asking, their auction was 780 starting bid for it. It did not sell tonight. So that one very well could be back up tomorrow. It could already be back up. But yeah, I would definitely say certified coins. I mean, if like the entire world doesn't fall apart here within the end of the year, I think that things are going to start to get better. And as I think, once things start to get better, people get jobs, they start to get money in, stuff. Like people are gonna want to do all the things with money that they've been wanting to do for a while. Um, yeah, I don't know. The auctions, they've just been off the hook. There's like a bunch of new people. I don't know where they've come out of, but they're just doing like or I think I told you about like the 200-300 coin lots. Just insane. Like I got like just a ton of like some of the most beautiful tone coins I've ever had before in my life, just in bulk lots. I thought I was just getting a bunch of 1964, 1965 red brown coins. Instead, all these coins that I bought in bulk for bulk price ended up being some of the nicest tone coins I've ever seen. And so I've got probably another 100 coins coming from that person. I figured, and that their photos are so terrible you can't tell what you're buying. But I just bought them at the bulk price, and if they come back being more of the best coins I've ever seen in my life, awesome. And if they're just bulk coins, then that's what I deal with every day. I saw that today. I didn't get to watch it though. I saw like watch a computer grade a coin, and I was like, okay, I'll watch that next. And then I went down the YouTube rabbit hole here. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, that's the thing that scares me is just more and more layoffs and more of this and that, and 1 in 6 businesses gone, and another 1 in 6 businesses will be gone. I mean, it's like if things keep going the way, what are we going to be left with? And I mean, I feel like I've decided I'm going to cap myself at a certain level, and then after that cap, I'm going to keep myself at that level, but I'm going to pay my mortgage off. Because I don't want to have all my eggs in one barrel, and then at the same time, or in basket, at the same time, it's like, I'm like, okay, if nobody can buy a house, will housing prices crash, or I don't know. Nice, me and Accredited Coins, I've been talking about conveyor belts and like having a machine that can sort out everything. That would be really, really cool to do. I mean, wouldn't that save us all time if we could just send all our coins through there? Yeah, I mean, my last place I had my mortgage paid off, and that was sweet. But I couldn't sleep. There were people like looking through my window at night and couldn't have anything outside the house because it wouldn't be there in the morning. No decorative gnome statues, no hose. Like, if I had a hose in front of the house, I'd wake up to someone taking a shower in my front yard. Yeah, so I had to get out of there, but that place was paid off clear. And now I can sleep at night, which is nice. Yeah, no, I mean, if you can get a cheap one, get a cheap one. I mean, if you said you had land up, get a fifth wheel. Put some solar panels on it. If you got a well and solar panels, you got everything. If you can get some internet up there, you're in business. So, the next stream here, guys, is going to be on Saturday. And it's going to be the 7070s, and then we should be back to looking through proofs and like ones that take a little bit longer. I realize that these ones were quick. I just enjoy going through all different dates and learning about them. And these ones were just so cheap, I couldn't pass them up. I feel like we haven't found anything awesome. Or some of the first ones we went through, I think we found a bunch of double dies. But the last couple rolls here, I think this is skunk roll number 3. And so I'm going to be looking forward to doing some longer streams because I feel like I get to talk to you guys more while we go through stuff. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the future. Blue Sandy, please, I really want to see your mom get out of the hospital. I want to see her out of that hospital in particular. And if she's got to go to another one, a good one, there's got to be a good one somewhere. There has to be some sort of like private, like situation for $1,000 a day. It seems like she could be in a penthouse suite somewhere. I think something can happen there. But yes, please look at that. I'll try to think of anything. I used to be more in touch with all that kind of stuff and rights. Like I did take like a bit of Massachusetts general law when I was in college there, just because I was just so concerned with different people's rights, and I wanted to know what people's rights were. But yeah, it just bums me out. That place used to like occupy my brain a lot, just thinking about the stuff going on there, and it made me cross. But thanks for being here tonight, Blue Sandy. I will work on getting your package out here this week, and good to see you, Accredited Coins. Very good to see you again. I was missing you on here. I was missing both you guys on here. And thanks for stopping by, Stern. I'm not sure if you're still watching, but thank you for being here tonight. Hope to see you guys all on Saturday, and like I said, we'll be getting back to longer streams here in the future. And I was thinking maybe too, because I have a couple larger orders coming in. I think I've got like a 50 order coming in, a 100 coin order coming in. Maybe we could do like, other people do mail call, but like, open in the package and we can all look at the coins for the first time. And then you guys don't have to watch all my short videos because you'll know what's coming up. Oh yeah, and forgot. Thank you, Robert de Chavez, for being here tonight. I didn't mean to forget you. Alright, see you guys all in the future. Thanks so much for watching. Have wonderful nights and stay safe out there. Good night.